message. And as usual, like always, if you're watching this video and the other one that's going to be, Tom Miller and Linda Hamilton, I'm probably going to be putting these out relatively quick. Terminator has already come out, so if you're watching this video, I appreciate you coming back and watching something that is, involving a movie or whatever that's already been released. I appreciate that. So with that being said, let's get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good. It's 10 minutes.
So I loved Terminator Dark Fate. To be completely honest, I couldn't think of a movie where I saw myself reflected. I'm gonna try not to get emotional. And it was
Danny Ramos.
Yeah, Danny Ramos and your character as well, both the antagonist and protagonist. Not crying.
I see myself a little reflected in you, Mike. Because
I just want to say, I've said this for a few things. I think I said this on the last Terminator. It's really cool to not have the whitewash in Hollywood for movies sometimes. As a white guy, of course, I'm going to look at Jason Bourne and be like, that's me, right? And Fast and Furious, I'm going to look at Paul Walker. Well, maybe back before I'm a little husky now, but back when I was a lot younger and thinner, yeah, Paul Walker. But it's really cool to see the movies that aren't always going to focus that, right? I was never a fan of the whole let's change in the Grandmaster from Doctor Strange and things of that nature, which they were what they were. But A Ghost in the Shell was the other one. But seeing that kind of diversity, I think I even talked about it with the 007 thing. It's cool to kind of see the mashup. And the best part, and I'll stop talking in a second, the best part when you get a Hollywood-centric movie, which has been primarily white, and it's a franchise that is pretty much a lot of white people, mostly white people. Terminator 2 is everybody was white in that movie. And or a machine. There was that one bodybuilder with the other guy that both got shot in the kneecaps or whatever. There was that one black guy. But what's cool is when you see the diversity in a movie, the best part is when the people writing it aren't being fucking dumb and making it really bad. When they do good writing and not just trying to pander to the audience of other ethnicities. That's the best part about it. Just saying.
my little sister is here.
What?
And you share some similar qualities.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that completely blew my mind. What was it like to be in Latin America, and make a film that is going to play for the world stage?
That's cool, man.
It's a great source of pride for me, and I love you for saying that, because it's
that jacket's
that's
fucking...
exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I felt when I saw, when who I didn't have many people to look towards. I saw,
Exactly.
Of course, there's Valentino. We'll go dating way back. I didn't see him in his films when they first came out.
Raul Julia and the Addams Family.
Yeah, Raul Julia, Ben Bratt for a
Mm-hmm.
while, and there's very few. Isai and Lou.
What about
Lou
Danny
and all those
Trejo?
guys,
Come
so
on.
I'm thankful to all of them, because when I saw La Bamba and I saw Richie Valens, I wanted to get some suavecito and put my hair back and
La Bamba, that's a great movie.
It's
Watch that movie.
And,
it's also very
that's,
sad.
That's what.
I watched that movie as a 13-year-old boy, and it hit me. What happened to them, I was like, bro, dude, this is dark.
People are discovering, and they know that we, as the Latin American public, are the biggest film-going public in the country. So
Hell yeah.
it's taken them a while to notice, but I think that the more that we can do the job well, as I hope I have, that we can keep the opportunities coming, keep the door open, and that's all I want to do, is always be a good example of strong work ethic, respect for the craft, respect for other people's process, and then have that serve others who follow in behind me.
It's amazing. I mean, I think it's exciting to be part of this movie and the
who the fuck
franchise,
is
but
that?
also, just being a Latina and just being able to become part of the franchise and also just represent the character that is not, stereotypical or cliche or related to illegal things or drugs or prostitution. It's just
Oh, shit,
it's just
dude.
amazing to.
I don't want to keep pausing it. I'm not usually the person that pauses and stuff like that. That's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't really going to go into a whole bunch of detail, nor was I thinking about it. She just said it. Not something involving the border, drugs, prostitution. Hell yeah, dude.
To see that change in the world, in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry. I think it's just great that we we're able to tell these stories, but also to feel better represented.
If travel is searching and home has been found,
Oh fuck, what was it? Something
non-stop
C, not C9. Fuck, dude, what was the Terminator's name? I can't actually remember it. Not Civ 9. Secna? Fuck, dude, I can't remember the name of it. Did it say at the beginning of this when they interviewed him?
Y'all share your favorite things about your characters and what you really connected to.
I love that
Hold
Grace
on.
isn't in.
What are we at right now? 322. I have to know. I forgot the name.
I couldn't be where I reflect. Oh, you know, like some protagonist.
A little reflected in
Rev 9.
you, because my little sister is here.
What?
And you share some similar.
Sorry, I
The
had to know.
model of another character. She feels like distinctly human and also powerful, but also distinctly female in a way. Like our relationship feels really sort of loving, and there's a real caretakingness that I don't know. It just feels like it could just be this way. It couldn't. It's not a replication of another. You know. When men did it, it was this way. But
Yeah.
we're the women doing it this way. It's like this is not a binary opposition. This is its own thing, and I love that.
Yeah, I think it just
The world's ending.
like
Ain't no
that
right way to do
relationship
it.
that we actually built,
Man,
and that
woman.
we
There you go.
were able to not only have like rehearse and try and make the scenes work, but also to have this relationship behind the cameras, and being so lucky to just share time with people that you love and you respect and you admire.
What was it like to go from, like a place where it's like a lot of
That
indie
poster?
and genre that's like really rooted,
Uh-huh.
to, going on to shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Uh-huh.
and now this giant movie. Like, what
Oh,
was
that
the
is
approach
him!
To,
I thought so. Wait, he's the guy that plays Ghost Rider, isn't he? Somebody was like, "Oh, we got the guy from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that plays Ghost Rider." I was like, I saw him on TMZ, and I'm like, that guy looks like the guy from Terminator. Same dude.
working on these characters and. This.
You got family in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
yes,
In
it is.
Texas?
Yeah.
Oh,
aunt.
nice. Yeah. No, I mean, I was fortunate to,
Maybe I'm
be
wrong?
born in a place because I
Was
really
there two
didn't
actors for
have
the Ghost Rider? I don't
interest in being an
remember.
actor as a young person, but when that surfaced and I started to find myself kind of moving in that direction, the city itself was there for me. There was great artists there, and there were great films being made there. I made my first indies there, Dance with the One and Fall to Grace, these little independents that went to South by, and I got to have the experience of meeting a lot of people in the film community around the world. The entire world would come to our doorstep, and that was very, very important in kind of framing my scope of what was possible. And then I'm thankful to my wife Sma, because she was really the one that encouraged us to move to LA, and because at some point you're kind of butting your head against the ceiling. There's only so much you can do, because they would cast main roles in big parts out here and send them to Austin to work, right? So my whole goal is come out here, have them send me back home with a bigger part, and but then it kind of just started rolling, and I got the lead role in Matador.
El Rey.
But in El Rey, and working for Robert Rodriguez, one of my heroes.
Yes.
Who we all love Robert, and he's one of our heroes. And
Love
it was so
him.
crazy to have to go all the way to LA to basically go the long way around to do that.
Maybe this isn't the same
but
guy
I've
that
utilized
plays
everything.
Ghost
Everything I've
Rider.
learned, Transpecos and all these other small indies that
I thought there was
that
two different
overperformed,
actors. I thought he was one of them.
put
I
me
don't know.
in a good spot, and
She
it
mentioned
allowed me to
Marvel.
be central to the story, which is a place that I've always seen myself, not as a not to be cocky.
1 second. I got it. It's gonna bother me.
About or anything, but just that's where I feel I best serve a picture, and that's who I want to be. I want to be a leading man. So I did the smaller movies so I can do that, and by doing so, people can see me doing that and seeing me being successful in that role, and then it offered these opportunities to be Ghost Rider, a superhero, and Terminator, supervillain, and all these really great parts in these giant movies.
Working with Linda Hamilton, that's so incredible. Can you share maybe your favorite experience on set with her, and did she impart anything when you guys took on the roles?
It was in Marvel.
Favorite on-set experience? I mean, when we were shooting, we shot this sequence hanging from a dam in a Hummer, and when we first got to set, Tim is so lovely, and he was like, I wanted to check out what it was like inside
Oh, it
there
is him.
before you guys had to spend the next few nights in this horrible state. We can't have, it's so uncomfortable. You have to be 90 degrees, there's no headrests. It's like quite nauseating to be in there, it's just not nice. And so he's like, we're gonna start at 75 and we'll just cheat the camera. And throughout, over the course of the night, they kept being like, oh, we're just gonna do it another 3 degrees, 3. And finally we ended up at 90 degrees, and it was truly uncomfortable. Linda and Natalia had just done a week of underwater night shoots. They had ear infections, they were just sort of run ragged. And they were both exhausted and feeling like garbage, and still Linda is just like the most formidable woman. She did as much and more than any of us, and you know, just kept,
so
kept
badass.
threatening me that she was gonna barf on me, but she never did.
Yeah, she's very inspiring.
Yeah, and just pushed through anything. Never
Dude, Linda,
would
dude,
never
Pog,
back down. It was amazing.
10 out of 10.
I would say that Robert Patrick's like the original iPod. You're like the newest iPhone. Would you like? What was your adventure like?
Well,
what
I
was,
just went
was
to China and Korea, so I think I'm even like one of these crazy advanced
Yes.
Huawei's that nobody has or something.
Right, like how would you describe your character's fighting style and what makes him different as like the latest Terminator?
The fighting style is just a barrage, you know. I'm
Yeah,
when
blitzkrieg
I'm
right here.
activated full kill mode, full attack mode. It's just a buzzsaw, and I'm just a hot knife through the world.
Hot butter.
And of course, I can split, which allows me to triangulate the target and be more effective there, and be 2 Terminator units. But above all, the smile is probably my secret weapon.
Yes,
Kinda
definitely.
Get close, get information I need, and then try to charm them.
Personality in the
We're going
Terminator
to
is
be
pretty
revisiting
cool.
the post-apocalyptic world in Station 11, which I'm very excited about.
Me too.
Can you share a little bit about that experience, like that process, or where are you with the project?
I don't shoot until the summer, but I've been in many conversations with Hero and Patrick, who are making the show, and they just have the most beautiful vision for this world. They want to sort of turn away from every trope of a post-apocalypse and go the opposite way, so it's not anything like you've seen before, and it's this really beautiful story about art surviving after most of humanity doesn't.
How do we win?
We win by keeping you alive.
I'm going hunting.
This music is so good. This music's so good. Where is it at? Let's get a good one. Where is it? Come on, show me. Yeah, we'll keep it right there. Dude, it just hearing them talk, and especially Linda Hamilton. I'm gonna be checking that out in another video, right after this one actually. Dude, Linda Hamilton, just such a badass. She was like G.I. Jane before G.I. Jane, except I don't actually know who came out first. I actually kind of want to look that up now as well. But yeah, like she's always just been a badass. I've always been a big fan of I haven't seen her in a whole lot of movies though. 97 is G.I. Jane. What the hell? She's always been just a badass, and what the fuck is this? I'm trying to look something up. Sorry. I don't know why this is a thing. You're so fucking dumb. Google. She played the kick-ass, like the fucking hat, the fucking white tank top, the military pants. She fit that role. She had the attitude. One of the things that I'll never forget specifically, 91. So 97, 91. Yeah, thought so. G.I. Jane before G.I. Jane. And I'll never forget the scene, the hospital scene with her and John, and then Arnold comes in, and then the fucking doctor, and the thing falling out of his mouth, and then of course, I actually forgot was it T-1000? Was that what it was? Was that what hit the designation? The motorcycle cop, was that what his designation was? I actually can't remember. I think it was the T-1000. Yeah. When he comes walking through the bars, the gun getting stuck, all that stuff like that. And that her attitude, her mindset, it was just, she was just great. Again, I actually looked up some of her movies. I didn't really see a whole lot. I wasn't really searching, but for me, it was just like that one movie where I'm like, yeah, that makes you a fan right there. That makes anybody a fan of Linda Hamilton. And everybody in this new movie, it's going to look like it's going to be really good too, and really fun to watch. And I think everybody's going to be awesome in it. It looks freaking fantastic. So with that being said, I'm going to stop stuttering my way through this video, and I'm going to get out of here. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.